Welcome to an audio experience with Ashish Vidyarthi.
Namaskar, dear friend. My name is Ashish Vidyarthi, and I am today inviting you to an audio experience. Please wear your headphones and have a listen. Have a listen to something ordinary. Ordinary. How much we know we are, and yet we want to be extraordinary. Come on, isn't it the truth? We don't like the ordinary, and therefore, in some way or the other, we want to align ourselves with the extraordinary. And in that quest of ours, isn't it true that we want to distance ourselves from everything ordinary? Let me not talk about others. Let me talk about myself. I continually strive for the extraordinary, possibly because I know that I am ordinary. A few years back, I was engaging in a conversation when somebody shared something very powerful, and it has remained with me. This person said, "Ashish, never ever forget that you and I, each one of us, is ordinary. But the difference is with the game that we are committed to, the game of extraordinariness, which is what creates that urge in us that we're going to really create something amazing." So as you and I are on this journey to attain, to get, to be extraordinary in every area of our life, consider, dear friend, we try and distance ourselves from things which we may consider not extraordinary or which we may consider ordinary. A distant sound which we say is ordinary. We try to avoid it. We rather go for something which we think is amazing. Kuch khas. Possibly quite a few thoughts we have given up on, quite a few conversations I have written off just because they sounded ordinary. You know what I have discovered? Many a things that I do right now which people appreciate, the seed of that conversation was very ordinary. It was possibly just an ordinary statement that somebody said that, "Do you want to try this? Do you want to try this something else?" That something else was not too far from where I was. That let's try and do this skit, yaar. That is how the journey of theatre started in school. And then we picked up a play, which was not again a very well-known play. Just some play called Raja Mange Pasina we did at the National School of Drama Children's Theatre Company. I just had another role, and it was just a caricature sort of a role of a saint. I did it. Very ordinary. But come to think of it, a whole lot of my career, my life, started off from very ordinary seeds. Therefore, consider for a moment that I am branding something ordinary which probably isn't ordinary. Have you ever considered, dear friend, that there are things that you write off? There are people that you do not want to meet because they seem so ordinary. Possibly there is something great amongst them. Apart from those people who are known, they are famous, they are well known, they are established, there are people who are not known, not established, not well known, and they probably may give you a seed of something which can be truly extraordinary. I have seen extraordinariness in ordinary people, ordinary circumstances. My father, Govind Nihalani, amazing human being. Just another human being whom you may not have heard of. He was an ordinary extraordinary human being. Consider in this world where social media and being known has got such a lot of value, it's so hard to imagine that ordinary people can be amazing. A few years back, I had the privilege of meeting another very ordinary human being, the father-in-law of my dear friend Arun Bharadwaj. He served in the Indian Army, lived in Palampur. I met this gentleman and I spoke to Uncle for hours. Uncle was a very simple person, but I can't imagine I would have met anyone who's so strong, so clear, so warm, so gentle, and so large. A person whose name doesn't matter to you because he was not well known, but there was extraordinariness in who he was. We lost him last week. We keep losing a lot of ordinary people without any songs being written for them, no stories being told of them. We also may lose many, so to say, ordinary moments in our life because we made them ordinary. Many a times I've wondered, did I let a moment remain ordinary by not taking an impression from it and turning it into something extraordinary? Look into it, dear friend. What are the ordinary moments around you from which you can get some amazing to create something truly awesome? Yes, ordinariness surrounds us only as long as we don't want to recognize the extraordinariness in it. As I've traveled across different parts of this country, working in the smallest nooks and corners, I met ordinary people, simple people, living in villages, towns, in professions which don't need a degree. They're tailors and masons and cooks and chefs and wonderful human beings. I have met extraordinariness in them. Welcome, dear friend. Let's discover the extraordinary in the ordinary. Do let me know your thoughts. I would love to listen to them. I walk this path with you. Alshukran Bandhu, Alshukran Zindagi. To also let me know, how is this experiment of audio conversations, which I would rather call headphone conversations? Things that you can hear, things that you can listen, think, and then act upon. See you at avidminer.com. If you like this, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Feels great, my friend. Let's make every ordinary moment extraordinary. Cheers and love. Ashish.